Breaking news with Leanne Adkins and Michaela Turner.
To start us off, we have weather conditions. The average annual rainfall is about 40 to 60 inches. The average temperature is about 68 to 86 Fahrenheit, and there is only two seasons, wet and dry. The average temperature during the wet season is 68 to 86, and the dry season is about 50 to 68, mostly found in Africa, Asia, and South America.
Wow, so fascinating. Anyway, some abiotic factors found in the savanna include air, sun, soil, and temperature. Air is generally very hot and humid. The sun creates an extremely hot environment. The soil is extremely porous, meaning it has many small holes with rapid drainage of water. If you weren't paying attention earlier when Michaela was talking about temperature, then that's not my problem.
Some savannas include the African savanna, the Australian savanna, and the pine savanna found in Honduras. Found in the African savanna is the spotted hyena. The spotted hyena is a carnivore with their main food source being wildebeest or antelope. Spotted hyenas have amazing hearing and sharp eyesight for seeing clearly at night. They have a hunting strategy that takes advantage of their pack life in which they work together to isolate prey. Their bodies have adapted to running for long distances without tiring. However, spotted hyenas come into conflict with humans when they prey on domestic livestock.
Also found in the African savanna is the common ostrich, an omnivore. The ostrich typically eats plants but will occasionally eat insects, snakes, lizards, and rodents. They are able to consume things other animals can't due to their tough intestines absorbing as much nutrients as possible. Ostriches are also able to swallow sand, pebbles, and small stones that help grind up food in the gizzard. Ostriches have bare legs, necks, and heads to allow for thermoregulation in the heat, have adapted to take up most of their water from the plants they eat, and have also adopted an omnivorous diet to better cope with potential food scarcity. Some limiting factors for ostriches are that they're hunted for their feathers, meat, and eggs, and they are caught to use in tourist entertainment. They're also experiencing habitat loss and face many natural predators.
Next up, we have the Central African rock python. It's a carnivore with its main food source being large rodents, monkeys, warthogs, antelopes, vultures, and fruit bats. Their lips possess a heat-sensitive pit which are used to detect warm-blooded prey, even in the dark. Pythons also possess two functioning lungs, unlike most advanced snakes. However, their major limiting factor is they face threats from habitat reduction and hunting.
The elephant grass plant is found in the edges of disturbed waterways, pastures, scrub, hammocks, floodplain swamp, and other wetland habitats in over half the state. The elephant adaptation is that the shallow roots allow the elephant grass to absorb water really quickly. The elephant grass has hairy, coarse blades and sharp edges that keep predators from eating the plant. It stops growing below 59 degrees Fahrenheit and is sensitive to frost, though it can regrow from the root if the soil is not frozen.
Now we have the acacia tree, which grows in Africa and Australia, Mediterranean climates, and grasslands of North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. The acacia tree can survive drought conditions because it has developed long tap roots which reach deep ground water sources. However, they are highly sensitive to low temperatures.
One symbiotic relationship in the African savanna is between warthogs and mongooses, where the warthogs will find a pack of mongooses and they will eat the parasites from the warthogs. The mongooses get a meal and the warthogs get a bath. First up, we have the Australian bandicoot. Typically feeding on plant material, beetles, termites, ants, larvae, spiders, and centipedes, the bandicoot is considered an omnivore. They have thick fur coats and are active at night when it's cooler. Their limiting factor is mostly that they're being hunted by non-native predators.
Australia, get your cats under control. Anyways, here we have the northern quail, which is an omnivore, with their main diets being small animals, reptiles, birds, carrion, and fruit. Northern quails are nocturnal and usually hunt and forage at night. However, they are preyed on by feral cats. Again.
Mostly feeding on ants and termites, echidnas are considered carnivores. The short, stout limbs of echidnas are well suited for scratching and digging the soil. The front feet have 5 flattened claws, which are used to dig forest litter, burrow, and tear open logs and termite mounds. The back feet point backwards and help to push the soil away when the animal is burrowing. The only particular limiting resource for echidnas is an adequate amount of ants and termites.
For plants in the Australian savanna is the bauhinia. It's native to Mongolia and the northern provinces of South Africa. The plant is interesting for its small, deep green leaves that consist of 2 to 1 inch long by 1 inch wide leaflets. They are shaped like butterfly wings. However, the soil quality can be quite poor in the savanna.
The screw pine grows along seacoast and in marshy places and forests of tropical and subtropical regions, especially in Asia, Africa, and Oceania. The trees have adapted to drought by reducing fruiting. One limiting factor for the screw pine tree is their growth rate, mostly being slow, taking about 20-30 years to fully grow.
Now found in the pine savanna, we have the ocelot. Ocelots are carnivores with their diets consisting of small rodents. However, they also eat birds, snakes, iguanas, other lizards, young deer, rabbits, and even fish and crab. They have night vision for hunting, also having sharp back teeth for chewing, and pointed fangs for killing bites. With their current limiting factors being habitat loss, human activities, feral dogs and swine, coyotes, mountain lions, raptors, and bobcats.
Pumas typically feed on hoofed animals, making them carnivores. They have excellent night vision, extremely sensitive hearing, a weak sense of smell, and short muzzles that give them increased biting power. All of these adaptations make this solitary predator a fantastic ambush predator. Some limiting factors include young vegetation to support a suitable prey base, lack of source population with dispersal distance, and mortality from collisions on roads.
Finally, for the animals, we have the giant anteater, which are omnivores. Anteaters feed mostly on ants and termites. They have adapted by having low body temperatures and slow-moving bodies. Anteaters have adapted to conserve energy since termites and ants aren't very nutritious. The anteaters' major threats are anthropogenic activities that cause habitat loss, as well as wildfire events and illegal hunting.
Baobabs are widely distributed in belts across Africa. They also grow in Madagascar, India, Ceylon, and Australia. They grow in many areas of Zimbabwe. The baobab has adapted to the savanna biome by only producing leaves during the wet season. When leaves do grow, they are in tiny finger-like clusters. The small size of the leaves helps limit water loss. Baobab is commonly restricted to hot and arid areas.
Finally, we have the Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass is native to Africa but occurs throughout the world in tropical and warm temperature climates. It grows best under extended periods of high temperatures, mild winters, and moderate to high rainfall. However, the 1 year of dense shade and early summer soil disturbance will greatly suppress the Bermuda grass.
This is Dart, a bearded dragon, typically found in deserts, but we wanted him in our video, so he gets to be in our video. It's actually a she. Yeah, she's so very kind, so very cute. We love her. Hi, this is Lee, our African painted dog. Not really. He's an angel, and we love him so much. He is 3 years old and weighs a good 60-ish pounds. He's a sweetheart who feeds on human flesh.